Imagine deleting the one person you text every day, then realizing you don't actually know what to do with yourself anymore. That's what happened when I spent a month living completely alone. At first, I blamed the silence. Then I blamed loneliness. But by the end of those 30 days, I realized neither was the real problem. Solitude exposed something far more uncomfortable. It changed the way I looked at women, and the reason surprised me. The first few days weren't dramatic. I kept myself busy. I watched videos I'd been putting off, cooked meals that usually felt like too much work, went to bed whenever I wanted. It almost felt like freedom. Then something unexpected happened. Every time I reached for my phone, my thumb automatically hovered over the same apps, messages, Instagram, dating apps. Not because I actually wanted to talk to someone, just because I wanted to know someone was there. That's when I noticed something uncomfortable. I wasn't looking for connection. I was looking for reassurance. That someone found me interesting. That someone was thinking about me. That I still mattered. And once you notice that pattern, it's hard to unsee it. Because you begin asking a different question. How many of my relationships were built on genuine curiosity? And how many were just trying to silence my own discomfort? Albert Camus believed that most people spend their lives running from themselves. Not because they're weak, but because silence has a way of revealing things we've spent years trying to bury. When there's no noise, no notifications, no one expecting anything from you, you eventually meet the person you've been distracting yourself from. At first, I hated it. The apartment felt heavier every evening, not because I was lonely, but because there was nowhere left to escape. Modern psychology describes something similar. Researchers have found that many people experience genuine discomfort when left alone with nothing but their thoughts. In one famous experiment, some participants actually chose to give themselves mild electric shocks rather than simply sit quietly for a few minutes. Think about that. Our brains often prefer pain over uninterrupted self-reflection, which explains why reaching for our phones or another person's attention can feel almost automatic. But here's where everything changed. Around the third week, the silence stopped feeling empty and started feeling honest. I realized I wasn't missing women as much as I was missing the version of myself that existed around them. The version trying to impress, trying to be liked, trying to be enough, without anyone watching. That performance quietly disappeared, and with it, something else disappeared too. The need for constant validation. But here's the twist almost nobody talks about. Living alone didn't change how I saw women. It changed the part of me that needed women to tell me who I was. And once that part became quieter, every relationship started looking completely different. Nikola Tesla once said, "The mind is sharper and keener in seclusion and uninterrupted solitude." Most people hear that and imagine a man who simply preferred being alone. But that's only half the story. Tesla wasn't running away from people. He was protecting the one thing he believed mattered most: his ability to think clearly. Solitude gave him space to hear his own mind before the rest of the world spoke for it. After that month, I started to understand what he meant. The biggest change wasn't that I became less interested in women. It was that I stopped expecting them to fill spaces they were never meant to fill. They weren't responsible for my confidence, or my happiness, or my sense of purpose. Those were conversations I had to have with myself. And strangely, the less I needed validation, the more genuine my interactions became. I listened more. I stopped trying so hard to be impressive. Silences no longer felt awkward. Rejection no longer felt like proof that I wasn't enough. Because my worth wasn't hanging on someone else's opinion anymore. That's the paradox of solitude. When you're afraid of being alone, you often enter relationships searching for relief. But when you've learned to be alone, you enter relationships with something to give. There's an important difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is feeling empty because someone is missing. Solitude is discovering you were never empty to begin with. That doesn't mean you should isolate yourself forever. Humans are wired for connection. We need love, friendship, community. Camus never argued that people should abandon one another. He believed we should first learn to face ourselves honestly, because the person you become in silence is the same person you'll bring into every relationship afterward. So if you've been avoiding quiet moments, constantly reaching for your phone, always needing someone to text back, maybe the answer isn't to find another distraction. Maybe it's to spend a little more time with the one person you've been avoiding, yourself. Remember the question from the beginning? What happens when you stop texting the one person you talk to every day? Maybe the better question is this: who are you when nobody is watching? If this video gave you a new perspective on solitude, psychology, and the hidden patterns behind our relationships, subscribe to Voidsophy, because sometimes the most important conversations are the ones you have in silence.